Ang tunog ng ceremonial drums ay parang tibok ng puso ni Alena, steady, malalim, at may kung anong nerbiyos na hindi niya maipaliwanag. Ngayong gabi, kasal ni Alaric kay Lana at sa unang pagkakataon, nasaksihan niya ang isang Cherokee wedding. Hindi ito katulad ng mga pastel-colored weddings sa Maynila o London. Walang nag-aaway na tita, walang lasing na pinsang sumasayaw sa gitna ng reception. This one had soul. Alaric had insisted on it, a tribute to Lana's heritage. Under wooden arbors adorned with wildflowers and eagle feathers, the couple exchanged vows. Nang ideklara silang husband and wife, sabay sabog ng palakpakan at mga petals sa ere. Alena, with Lana's sister Sumera, laughed like kids in a folk tale. Hindi ko maintindihan. Singhot ng mama niya sa tabi habang pinupunasan ng mata. 19 lang ako nung ipinanganak ko si Alaric, tapos magiging lola na ako. Alena smirked. Simple lang ma, may asawa na siya. Tapos may tinatawag tayong biological process na. Alena! Sabay palo, sabay tawa rin ni mama. Nang nagpaalam ang bagong kasal para sa honeymoon, naiwan ang saya sa village. Traditional music filled the air. The dancers moved like storytelling wind, their hands and feet a living language. Dance with us, Alena. Hinila siya, pero instinctively umatras. Hello? Ex-convent girl here. Her wildest rebellion so far had been mismatched socks. But tonight, maybe she could try. Bahala na, bulong niya, and she let herself go. For the first time in ages, she moved without thinking, without apologizing. The rhythm was intoxicating. Sabi ng mama niya noon, hindi ka habang buhay magtatago sa libro. Mukhang tama siya. Isang batang babae ang nag-abot sa kanya ng wildflowers. Thank you, bulong ni Alena, bago lumakad palayo, suminghot ng malamig na hangin at bulaklak sa paligid. Sa di kalayuan, isang burol ang tumawag sa kanya. Masyado ng pelikula? Oo, pero sige na nga. Halos hingalin siya sa pag-akyat. Pagdating sa tuktok, she gasped. The village below glowed in moonlight, surrounded by wildflowers, trees like old sentinels, stars like quiet applause. She leaned against a tree. Kung pwede lang tumira rito habang buhay. And for once, it didn't feel like running away. It felt like finding something. Alena! Sumera was climbing up the trail, eyes gleaming like she caught her stealing chocolate. Bakit ka nandito? Tanong nito. Alena smiled. Ang ganda rito sa itaas. Colin was looking for you, sabi ni Sumera. Ipinagbilin ka ni Kuya Alaric. Baka raw maligaw ka. Alena rolled her eyes. Akala niya 8 years old pa rin ako. Well, you were 8 the last time you got lost in a forest. Alena winced. Low blow. She told Sumera the Zambales camping story, the boy cousins going full survival mode, and her following them, only to end up lost for hours. Sumera burst into laughter. Pag nawala ka ulit ngayon, lagot tayo sa buong angkan. Balikan mo na lang ako mamaya, sabi ni Alena. Sure ka? Yes, I just need a moment. And so she stayed. The moonlight kissed her skin. The wind whispered on her cheek. Sa gabing ito, walang ibang mahalaga. Just her, the quiet, and the Cherokee moon.
Nakasandal si Hawk sa puno. Tahimik pero hindi mapakali habang pinagmamasdan ng kasiyahan sa ibaba. Lana's wedding was the last place on earth he belonged. But revenge burned hot in his veins, compelling him to stay, to lurk in the shadows like a storm waiting to break. His mind spun dark ideas, each one dirtier, more satisfying than the last. He was about to slip away, lost in his usual brooding, when a shimmer of movement made him freeze. A girl, perched like stardust on a boulder, dressed in moonlight, poised, serene, haunting. And then she laughed, software carefree. Like music he didn't know he'd been craving. Almonds, vanilla. A whisper of something untouchable drifted on the breeze. His heart, The one he thought long dead thumped once. Hard. Then he heard her voice. Familiar. Forbidden. And then he heard it. Her name spoken softly by a younger girl below the trail. Alena. His breath caught. Not Alena. The stranger bathed in moonlight. Alena Fuentabella. And that was the moment it happened. Time bent. Alena, Alaric's sister, the one person he should never touch. His enemy's blood, his new obsession. Fate had a sick sense of humor, but Hawk wasn't laughing. He was already imagining how she might sound. Not laughing now, but breathless, pleading. Mabait pa rin sa kanya ang tadhana. Because now, he had something better than bullets. Alena. And Hawk was going to make damn sure she never saw him coming.
Alena felt it, that magnetic, predatory kind of gaze that crawled along her spine like velvet. Not the usual titig from overeager Titos or frat boys with one too many beers. No, this one had gravity. Like someone wasn't just looking at her, they were seeing her. And so, slowly, deliberately, she turned. He was standing under the moonlight like a dark fantasy she hadn't dared to imagine. Tall, shoulders built to carry secrets. A white linen shirt, just unbuttoned enough to be illegal, framed by a black jacket he clearly didn't wear for warmth. His hair fell in careless waves, messy, masculine, dangerous. Her breath hitched. Sinong promotor nito at bakit parang promo ng kasalanan ng aura? His eyes met hers, and instantly time forgot to move. There was something ancient in the way he looked at her. Intimate, curious, and just a little unhinged.
It's cold up here.
Alena gripped the wooden railing beside her, not because she was cold, but because her knees were giving a TED talk on surrender. His voice was deep, rich, the kind that could sell whiskey and sin in the same sentence. She didn't scream. She didn't run. She stayed. Maybe it was the magic of the moonlight. Or maybe it was something older. Something written in the folds of her fate. Who are you? He didn't move. Just stood there, perfectly still, letting the moon outline the sharp angles of his face. A profile so godlike, her childhood crush on Jericho Rosales briefly filed for resignation. His eyes, impossibly violet, locked onto hers again. Violet. Not brown, not hazel, not even gray, but a color pulled from dusk and dreams. And when he stepped closer, the air around them changed.
You shouldn't be alone.
Would you harm me?
I might.
The space between them pulsed, alive with a heat that had nothing to do with fire. When his fingers brushed her arm, just barely, her skin lit up like it remembered him from a past life. And you think I won't scream?
Would you?
She tried to think, tried to breathe. You're one of the wedding guests?
Would it matter?
His voice was a dare wrapped in velvet. Why are you answering my questions with more questions? Military? Of course he was. What's your name?
You wouldn't want to know.
Try me. He spoke then, a name so fluid and foreign it slid between the stars. When she reached into her sling bag, he caught her wrist. His touch was warm, firm, electric.
You won't find it online.
So what does it mean?
The one who walks between worlds?
It's poetic and kinda hot. Then silence. The kind that hums between two people who shouldn't want each other but already do. I don't believe in warnings.
You should...
He took off his jacket and draped it over her shoulders. The scent clung to her skin, soap, pine, and something deeply male. You listen more than you talk.
Maybe I like the way you sound.
A vibration from her 3310 snapped the spell. One bar, one new message.
She stood, jacket still on her, fingers clinging.
Can I see you again?
I'll find you.
Of course he would. Then he lifted her chin, slow, reverent. His lips found hers, and the world stopped. It was a kiss meant to ruin her, and she let it. She melted into it, her soul, her body, her better judgment. His hands framed her face like she was sacred. His mouth mapped her secrets.
You're not pulling away.
It feels like we've done this before. But before she could fall any further, the world came crashing in. Alena! Sinong kausap mo? She turned, and he was gone, swallowed by shadow. A fever dream she'd never forget. Alena followed the voice calling her back to reality, but her heart, her pulse, her breath, her longing, remained rooted in the dark, where a stranger with violet eyes had touched her soul and vanished. And something deep inside her whispered, "This isn't the end. This is only the beginning."